It's the start of the Mercury retrograde. And so I just wanted to prepare you guys a little bit. And for any people who think astrology is spiritual woo-woo, or maybe that it's evil, or I don't know, some trick, I wanted to get y'all to think a little bit more about it and to really look into it and what it's about. Astrology is not about horoscopes. Astrology is about the effect that the planets and the sun and the moon have on our emotional and physical well-being. I want you to think a little bit about how the moon is literally the force behind what creates the ocean's tides. And we are 70% water. So if the moon has so much of an effect on the ocean, do you really think that it wouldn't have an effect on us? That's why during a full moon you start to see people go a little bit crazy or get a little bit more angry, and that's just the moon. It's not even a planet. It's just rock, you know? Imagine a planet and what kind of effect that has on us. So anyways, Mercury rules communication and memory. And so during this Mercury retrograde, people are basically going to start reflecting a lot. And that goes for you as well. And we'll also feel a little bit less of a handle over ourselves. We could get clumsy. We could trip over our words. Our words a lot of the time will get misunderstood. There's just a lot of chaos in the air when the Mercury retrogrades, when it moves further away from us, because we're not able to communicate as clearly as we'd like, and we also want to communicate even more, I would say, and are just not able to clearly. And I feel like a lot of the clumsiness and the tripping over your words could be coming from you just have nowhere to put that energy, and it just kind of like stays with you, and it misaligns you. And so during a Mercury retrograde, you have to prioritize your spiritual maintenance a lot more. You need to meditate. If you're Christian, you need to get into your word. You need to refrain from any sort of conflict, yes, but confrontation, there you go. You need to refrain from any confrontation, because right now it's just like people are not listening to each other despite how much they want to be listened to. So if you really feel the need to express yourself, journal, write it down, or dance it out, sing, like try to find any outlet that is going to ground you, because you're gonna need it a lot in this time. So my message to you is to not feed into the chaos, because there's gonna be some people who aren't grounding themselves and who do want conflict, and they're gonna come knocking at your door. Don't give them what they want. What they want is more conflict. They want you to say they're right, and you see, it's even working on me. I'm already getting pissed off at my dogs. That's why I need to ground myself. I need to get this message out. But yeah, there's gonna be people who want to disrupt your peace because they don't feel at peace. And so again, don't feed into the chaos. Don't match their energy. Instead, turn the other cheek. And I know that's hard sometimes, but that's the only way to protect your peace. There's also going to be past people, that you've probably moved on from, who are going to come back and want to apologize and want you to forgive them. And I'm not saying close off to this, because I think basically everything that's happening right now is God is removing the people who don't belong in your life and trying to bring in the people who do. God is also trying to remove any attachments that you have, things that you haven't healed from, or he's bringing them to the forefront so that you can finally remove them yourself, so that you can finally let go. And so there's going to be a lot of emotions. Good. Well, I don't think any emotions are bad, but there's going to be happiness and joy and clarity, but there's also going to be frustration, anger, and confusion. And it's up to you what side of the spectrum you want to be on. If you're learning the lessons, if you're integrating those lessons, and if you're grounding yourself, then this Mercury retrograde is only going to help you. But if you are focused too much on what you're losing, or you're letting these situations get you angry, then you're not doing yourself any favors. And the Mercury retrograde will really teach you some harsh lessons. And, yeah. No matter what happens, trust that it's happening because God is allowing it to. There is a purpose behind all of this. And so when you feel those negative emotions, go out in nature, talk to God, write, again, just find any outlet you can find to pour your energy into, instead of pouring it out to other people and possibly sabotaging friendships and relationships that you don't want to sabotage. So, stay in contact with God. Allow God to guide you. Ask God to speak through you, because right now, a lot of people are not going to understand or not want to hear you, and you're going to have trouble expressing yourself. You're going to feel more attacked and judged than ever, and it only lasts a month. I think it's a month, the Mercury retrograde. But stay strong. God's got you.